Yeah, super.
All right, everyone, I'd like to welcome you to the Corner Office Chronicles podcast. My name is Byron, and I am your host. Today we have Mr. Castia here. He's a not customer service, excuse me, customer success specialist, manager, entrepreneur, and he's doing big things. I spoke with him before, and I thought he was so great that I wanted to bring him back. So, how are you doing today, sir?
Thank you, Byron. Very, very flattering intro for me. I'm doing great. It's super awesome. And it's very hot, very warm weather, very nice morning. So happy to share everything I learned so far about helping customers grow.
Okay. So, in your experience, what role does customer success play in a business? And what's your best definition of customer success?
Okay, to answer that like in the best way, I would love to share a small intro on my experience. So basically, I worked as head of global customer success, leading teams that worked with customer after they sign contract with B2B sales company for like years. I worked with customers, mid-size, small enterprise in North America, a little bit of South America and Europe. So I got some experience on working with customer post sales. What is customer success? To put simply, it's job where you want to do everything you can for a customer who already signed a contract, who already your customer, to see them grow, expanding, using product, renewing. So basically, we cover the journey of the customers, their experience after they sign a contract with B2B companies.
Okay. Okay. Let me ask another question. What role does it play in UI, UX? Let's say from a
Yeah,
customer's perspective.
awesome. So I think it's time to tell a little bit about customer journey after they sign. So a lot of people know about the funnel that leads people to buy, right? When you do like when you catch their attention, when they're considering product, when they're testing probably something small, when they're paying, buying, closing, etc. Basically, their journey continues the same way after they sign. If they're buying SaaS, if they're buying subscription. So after customers signed for annual, quarterly, monthly, whatever subscription, and they're like in B2B, they have same funnel, more like of a flywheel. First, you need to start getting value from product, get first value, get something out of your investment. So we call it onboarding and adoption. Onboarding, it's like you learning how to use product to make sure that you will be able to get value, to get back on your investment. Next, adoption means that you will actually, use products, that you will run automations, that you will build bots, that you will implement it with your team, whatever. And adoption means that we try to get customers active, try to help them use features that will be beneficial for them. Do it quick and get super fast to the moment when they, usually a manager who bought product, could brag to the CEO and tell them like, we were super successful. Like, for example, with CRM, that's a moment when your sales team started using it and it actually helped to push some deals. So after this moment, it comes to like increasing usage, using more. We call it usually expansion or continuing adoption, which means that you unlock new features, new capabilities, new stuff, and basically supposed to get more value from your investment. And when you're active, using a lot of features, your value, your revenue from investment in product grows, you naturally start thinking, maybe I buy more licenses, or maybe I need more features. And that's when we do expansion, when we upsell or sell more seats. And after that, usually it's time to renew. It's time when your annual contract ends and you're considering, was it a good investment? Was it a good experience? Will I get more value from like paying once again? It's like one more selling. Every renewal is selling your product again, and so on and so forth. The cycle continues. Then after renewal, again, increasing usage, getting more features, getting more users, renewing, etc. Sometimes it's including sharing, recommending to other B2B companies. So in this journey, like after you sign contract, you first learn how to use product. Next, get to the moment when you have some value you can brag about, some value you recognize as significant. Next, become somewhat proficient and use a lot of these capabilities. Then you expand, then you renew. In this cycle, from user perspective, it works like exploring if I made the right decision buying a product, then making sure that you don't waste money, like you don't underutilize some stuff you need, you don't work with product in a stupid way, and then optimizing the money you spend, value you get. So from user perspective, you need onboarding to make sure that you will be able to get value, not like put it somewhere in the drawer and forget about the product. The worst case scenario, you buy complicated CRM, 3 months in, no one still implemented it, no one still get the deal through CRM, and that's a disaster. Next thing you want to make sure is people who you paid for using this product. Usually you buy products for your sales team, for your customer success team, for your marketing team, actually, loving it and utilizing it up to the minute feature, meaning that you want to spend every dollar you invested to the business. So you want to be fully utilizing value. That usually means that you want people to get proficient quickly. You want to make sure that your people are using it, they are trying everything important, etc. And then after you make sure everyone put it to the business, you make sure people are really utilizing it and really making smart out of your investment. You want to make sure that the money you spend and value you get are aligned. So you want to get some sort of reporting on how you use a product, on which value you get. Then consider, will it be better? Will you get more money if you buy extra? Or actually you don't need that much features and probably want to downsize. That's how we basically get into users' journey. It's like two-side marketplace. For users, we act like an advisors that they're kind of hired in a way with the product to make sure they don't work with product in a stupid way, to make sure they don't lose money, they didn't miss anything significant. And for business, for vendor, we're like doing other service, making sure that they didn't lose customers because they didn't find features they need, making sure they didn't lose upselling, extra sales because nobody kind of offered them a good deal, making sure they didn't churn because they weren't heard.
Okay. I think customer success. I don't think a lot of people know about customer success as far as to business position itself. So I would like to ask you, how did you get started in what's a typical job type that moves someone over to customer success? Does it start with account management or customer service? How does one get into customer success?
Actually, pure luck and random. So most people I hired for customer success, I looked in the resume how they get there. And there are a couple of ways. First, account managers. Basically, those people also work with customers after they sign, but they focused on renewal and upsales most without this stuff on onboarding and usage. So I worked as account manager first in B2B SaaS retail startup. So I worked with very small amount, but expensive customers, making sure they are happy. Basically, I did customer success job, just we didn't call it like that 7 years ago in our company. Also, a lot of people coming from sales because they already customer facing, they already talking to people, and they have an important skills, being in front of other humans and not being afraid to get, something negative, something complicated, talking. So it's a good shift. It's a good base fundament to go into customer success. Also, customer care support is valid because right now there is sort of tendency in customer success. We have like three types of customer success. Someone who do a little bit of everything, like any type of customer challenges after they signed, including consulting services, technical support, upsells, whatever, general customer success. Also, we have more of a technical customer success who help with templates, use cases, who helps with some engineering tasks. So basically, those who work in support make a good foundation to pivot into more technical account management, more technical customer success. And we have customer success that are more focused on money, upsells, renewals, perfect for sales. That said, not limited to these roles. They just have a little bit of upper hand because in all of those roles, sales, support account managers, you already do part of customer success job. That's why it's easier. But I also saw people transition from product, from marketing. So doable.
Okay, that's very interesting because I was going to wrap it back around to product. So, in your opinion, how does customer success and product management collaborate to make a seamless experience for customers?
The fun part about how customer success collaborates with anyone is that it's mostly dualistic. It's mostly a love-hate relationship with everyone because without good product, our job non-existent. It's a myth that you can take total bucket with nails and junk and with pushing customer success, make it good experience. But we also, require a lot from product because customers push us, require a lot from us as we're point of contact. So how we interact with product? There is one side from product to customer success. Product team need input to learn which product customers want. We talk to customers more than anyone else, even more than support, because we have meetings where customers start rambling about their life, kids, and probably KPIs they get killed for. So basically, we share some structured feedback and structured pains on what people care about, what their KPIs are, what their goals are, what they talk about, what they want from us. Next thing, and usually made up in backlog. Sometimes it doesn't make up to the backlog. It's a product job to define how to work with this information, but we provide this input. Next thing is basically we're sort of customers advocates, meaning we have a little bit better vision on language, on how people call stuff. And example, I would take products that people love and know. Let's say scheduling. Let's put Calendly. A lot of people know how Calendly works. If not, it's a product where you can book a meeting with sharing link. So sometimes product teams call stuff in a product language, like we need to create onboarding for our users and they need to share onboarding with their employees. Or there should be aha moment, and we need to, show them that this is a feature that helps you onboard your employees into product. But thing is that words like activation, onboarding, retention, or usage, power users, etc., is corporate jargon. It's not something people often talk with. For people, it's a link to book a meeting with your peers. That's something that we also provide. We provide, language adoption. For example, product can send features, releases, anything our way, and ask if it's words that customers use for our product or not. And the last thing is basically sometimes we get a little bit more saying into creation of product, especially if it's more community, if it's more service products, like I, as head of customer success, participated in creating business portal for our users with templates, with some of customer success journey, just because I have more vision and say in how our customers' journey look like after selling. Because a lot of parts are connecting product and human. For example, how onboarding looks like. So it's likely that I will take part into shaping our onboarding, into probably even drafting some screens into our onboarding process. Other way around. Yeah.
Have you found that the information is taken into consideration by the product team and maybe put into roadmaps, things of that nature?
So if I get it correctly, you're interested in like
when you get feedback from customers,
do product really do something with feedback, right?
Yes.
That's the second part I want to share about. I also get, a lot of requests from customers, and I want to push product team to do something about it. There are different types of, things I want from product. Sometimes there is a huge revenue customer who got a problem I want product and support to fix, and I don't care much how. That means that sometimes they will do a workaround, bug fix, whatever, and I would be much, asking and demanding because that a lot of money. I mean, building feature that probably will make someone more interested in product versus losing $50,000 customer. That's, money on the table. So how it works, we usually have some tickets and usually leaders of customer success talking to leaders in product, and they have, one-on-one once every week, and they can, propel some topics like this workaround, we promised it for a while, we didn't deliver it, please do something about it. Here, I don't care, I can go to the CEO to make it happen sometimes. That's normal. And yes, that's usually get fixed. Sometimes it gets fixed by, ourselves in service way, like we create some guideline, presentation, material, teach someone, use case, consider workaround. It could be very complicated, but somehow we made it work, customer got happy, price solved. Next level is, what customers want, features they requested. Here, it's more of art. We need to take the feature request, but we don't, it's bad idea to basically say, give me whatever you want, I'll build it for you, let's go. Because most of features that one people want, one part of your customer base wants, doesn't work for others, and you can't make, a monster. So our value is to do some filtering, like try to understand why you want something, what problem it solves. Sometimes you already have solution, and customer coming with request, but end up with getting a device and no feature needed. But if features are legit, if there are money behind them, if a lot of customers want them and they paying us solid buck, yes, they end up in roadmap. Sometimes they get faster, sometimes they get slower. I definitely saw like something being implemented within a quarter, sometimes being implemented in like a year. But of course, there are also, a challenging part, long tail, something that we collected, we shared, everybody wants, nobody does. And customers asking, it's popular topic, but we don't deliver it. This happen as well. This is a part that creates some sort of tension. For us, tension when there are features people ask, talk about, they don't get, we don't understand why, especially when there is something like looking not as useful being shipped. But for product as well, there is a lot of frustration with us because sometimes it felt like we kind of don't gatekeep and get any sort of random stuff into the roadmap that we can't help people solve problem without like getting engineer involved, etc. So it's a little bit of balancing that you need to solve with the communication, with making a good relationship between product and customer success and being able to understand each other.
I agree. It's all about our relationships and basically managing each other. Let me ask you. You have a lot of history with a lot of experience with onboarding. What are some strategies that someone could use to onboard customers better?
Great question. I would say it's different for B2B, B2C, and different types of B2B. Like there are small users, there are bigger users. And I would focus a little bit on customers who are paying some reasonable money. So you involve people into meetings, kickoff, etc. Because I mean, like when you get $20 a month, you don't actually have meetings usually. So I would focus on one thing: get faster time to value. It's obvious, but a lot of people really go in other direction. So faster time to value means first, you understand which is the first value customer will get from product. By value, we mean not something, they created report. Now they know how to create report. Yay. But something that won't look stupid in email to CEO as, reporting with your progress, with your success. Imagine there is a human who will mail CEO like, I created first report. I mean, CEO would laugh and probably will get annoyed to get in this email. So it means that you need to move some metric for customer, like really, or achieve some goal, or unlock moving metric or achieving goal in other way. For robotic process automation, I worked for a long time. It was actually not learning how to develop bots, but deploying a bot. Mm-hmm. A bot being deployed meant that somewhere hours were cut. Like customers that deployed bot internally optimized spendings. Customers that deployed bot externally optimized revenue. Everything happening, but deployment is like a step. So you need to identify this first tangible value customer can get. Then you need to optimize flow to get into that value. Meaning you need to tell customer where they're going to get and what value they're going to get, and make sure that they are excited about getting there. Not like, okay, whatever. You want to give as much shortcuts as you can, like templates or step-by-step guides you can follow on this journey. During kickoff, you want to cut any task that not adding to this value. Usually it's something like, I will show you everything we got in platform, 5 features, 6 screens, 7, yada, yada. You cut this from onboarding until they got something tangible. You can introduce this later. Next thing from first is understanding and getting to the value as soon as possible. Next thing is making advice, making offers you give personal. Usually you get 1,000 mails with like, we get features for this, we get features for that, marketing information, which is fine, but people skim through it. They kind of have banner visibility issues. They don't read it, don't get it. So you need to do homework, learn their business in meaningful way, like what they do, what customers they have, what their goals or metrics probably are, which features maybe couple from your product actually should be implemented first, what exactly step by step they need to do to get there, not like guide on how the feature works, but open this, do this, let's go. And giving this personal advice on meeting or in mail is the only thing that actually cuts usage, improves implementation. And the last thing is talking honestly and raw. I mean, you want to be looking interested in their success. That means you don't want to have kickoff meeting where you speak most of the time. You want to give them more time to speak. You don't want to sound like you're pitching, like you're selling. You want to sound like you're trying to figure out and trying to be helpful. I do mental exercise. I'm trying to think that I was hired in their company as a manager, and that's my 30-day onboarding. That's my 30, 60, 90 day in their company. And I need to, act the same way and basically show off to get through the probation time, to get, bonus, to get anything. So I don't need to do kickoff meeting because nobody, gives bonuses for kickoff meetings. People give bonuses for successful projects. People give bonuses for up in metrics. So I try to think this way, like I'm trying to get bonus from them if I were working for them as newcomer.
Okay, that's a great overview of customer success. Let me ask you, if anyone wants to get in touch with you, how would they do so? Want to shout your business
Mail,
out?
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
Actually, I'm building a new product that's helping B2Bs get more usage from free or small customers by giving personalized advice. So they can find me on LinkedIn. I have mail, Twitter, X there, or they can get sort of mentorship session on ADP list. Whatever
Okay.
works best.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, thank you for joining me today. I know we had some technical difficulties at first that cut into our time, but I would love to do another one with you. Uh, Thank you very much for joining me today. I think you were very informative. You gave very informative information on customer success.
Thank you, Byron. I hope it was fun. I mean, informational is good, but I hope it was at least a little bit fun.
For sure, for sure, for sure.